Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Auburn's offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
On the move at the 30. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
The LSU Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking them up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Leaves it with the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the
touchdown, Tigers! And they'll... Looking for a productive play on first down. Let's go. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. There's still a little ground covered to pick up the first. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. The give to the tailback. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
They'll try the run. And into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. 1-1 there. Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense in Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that DN getting that sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the side.
Just plowing down the field. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First down here for the offense. They'll try it over the left side. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed.
Picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Off-play action. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
He's got it. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense set on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Coming after it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's loose. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. He's going to pass. Dances away. And he'll finish the run. And the... On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not... Their work up top and pick up a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's got it and still on his feet.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he waltzes in for the... First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback.
Hey, that's a live ball. And the defense has it there going the other way.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Got room on the return. Touchdown, LSU! And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Still on his feet at the 45. Off he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Get it out on the screen. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The Tigers want to move quickly. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block, it's Harris. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's John. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Offense never had a chance. A 3rd down sack forces the punt. On the move, it's Harris. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. LSU right back to the line.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the league.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Things working pretty well for this defense out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job on the defensive line, rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Running back searching for a hole. At midfield, and he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds a man on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
I feel like this is going to be one of those situations where you ask friends, where were you when this guy went over?
Throws toward the end zone. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. And offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
The play-action fake, getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Spins away from the defender. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge, and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Touchdown, Tigers. And with the offense set for a 1st down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Pulls it in. At the 40, there he goes. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a 1st down. Got
it behind the line. It's John. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. And the D deny them on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
Reels it in the end zone. Touch. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Trying play action. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. It's a draw. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down, and he avoids the tackle with the slide. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Auburn! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. LSU quick to the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the option. The pitch. Breaks the tackle. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
From the gun, the running back has it. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Cox. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Unloads quickly. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to... throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. That's a live ball. Defense has it. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, going over the top. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Now 2nd and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Still running at the 40. Afterburner's coming. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing?
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to run it. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. LSU right back to the line. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy pass on the way. It's picked off. Made the play on the pick. Was hoping.
Auburn.
In the return, he'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, Dave. No. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the point after is good.
56, LSU, 28.
Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looking for a block, it's Harris. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Shoots it to the left. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
Sends it downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
63, LSU.
And he's going to bring it up. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect them.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
47-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer and David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.